Zdravo everybody, ciao ciao ciao, ciao snima. I am back in Serbia, right now, in Novi Sad, Vojvodina. Yes, in the northern province. As you see, before World War I, this part, well, was actually part of Hungary. And then after World War I, the Kingdom of Serbs, Slovenes and Croats got that land, and which now became part of Serbia. Now, this is my third time coming to Novi Sad. I had an option this year. I said, okay, I got 2 days in Serbia. Where do I want to stay? So I choose Novi Sad because I could get a cheaper room. And there was a nice train to take up here. And I've always liked this town. Yes. So, I'm going to have a look around town today, as it's nearly lunchtime, and it's literally like my last full day here because I've got to leave tomorrow evening to go on to Central Asia. I left London yesterday at 6:20 AM on my flight to Belgrade. By the time I got to Novi Sad, I had learned that there had been a traffic control error yesterday. Yes, I just couldn't believe that so many people flying to or from the UK had all their flights delayed, cancelled because of technicality issues with flight control. Because normally these days it's all automatic, but if that system is screwed up, it has to be done manually. So literally, if I had basically left for Serbia yesterday afternoon, I literally would have probably been in London right now, and I would have screwed up my plans to get to the UAE and on to Central Asia. Because I always give myself a few days between flights, because you never know what could happen. My initial plan of traveling is always like, okay, leave London for Paris at least 2 days prior to your flight. You don't, because last year I was going to get on a bus in the morning and get to Paris, but then unfortunately that bus was cancelled. So literally I had to book another bus for nothing that would be the first one to leave London that day, because I wanted to get out, avoid all the crowds, because it's the bank holiday weekend. So it's Tuesday now in Novi Sad, just walking around. These streets are all really familiar to me because I've been here before. And literally, no matter how many years you spend away from a city, nothing really tends to change. Maybe little bits, things like businesses and shops and all that, but it's always the same old, same old. See, the one thing I never like about Serbia is just the fact that everybody smokes. You know, me being an asthmatic, it's not good for me. I can't stand it. It makes me sick. I'm sure that's why I'm a smart person. But in a country like Serbia, tobacco is quite cheap. It's been a bit of a relief to be in Serbia and not London, and avoiding all those vape shops. I haven't even seen anybody vaping today in Serbia, because literally vape is part of the 21st century, and I guess, it's not really trendy here. It's too trendy in Britain with all these vape shops everywhere all over central London. Gah! Can't stand it. But anyway, I'm walking in a park. It's clean air, might be cloudy, trees. Yeah, and plants smell fresh. So I'm going on my way to this fortress, which is on the other side of the Danube River. They hold the Exit Festival there yearly, but I'm not too sure if they even still do Exit Festival these days. 13 years ago, my cousin Brandon from New Zealand met his wife Julia at Exit Festival, and they are still together today. 13 years on, 3 children, living in New Zealand, and what a true love story it is. I remember I came here in 2015, I took a photograph of the fortress, and I sent it to my auntie. I said, Michelle, give this photograph to my cousin Brandon, because that's where he met his wife. So that's quite a significant part of ward history, with my cousins and all. Yeah. But also, you can use Wizz Air a lot to travel between some weird and wacky destinations. Like, you could go from, let's just say, London to the Balkans for 20 or 30 quid, and then from the Balkans you can get to Abu Dhabi for roughly maybe 60 to 100 quid, depending on price. But literally, but once you're in Abu Dhabi, you world your oyster. I mean, Wizz Air goes to places like Maldives. Remember they wanted to go to Sri Lanka once, but I don't think that materialized. Wizz Air is going to Iraq next month. Wizz Air is now flying to Giza, the pyramids of Egypt. Wizz Air is getting me to Central Asia on this trip. So, I've always loved flying Wizz Air. So wait, Exit Festival still exists right here. That's why it's being advertised. Also, this is pretty much like the end of Novi Sad. That's all the city area. Then that's the fortress over there. So I got myself like a Serbian hamburger. It's up to PVH. And so basically it's a patty. It takes 10 minutes to cook. And I got some like capsicum dip, ajvar, and some tomatoes on it, and onions. There goes good. Mm. Mm. 300 Serbian dinar. Same price as just this Javap. But a lot of depends. You see, I didn't go to a restaurant, I went to a booth like a few doors down from here, so which makes it much cheaper. Where's it chicken? Not gonna be beef, but well, this is it. There's a tourist traps all over Belgrade, Novi Sad, or all the main cities of Serbia, right? There are always going to be, you know, corner stands that sell, you know, snacks, drinks, cigarettes, coffee, whatever. But the prices of bottles of water differ not just from like, you know, stand to stand, but also stand to supermarket. So let's just say, if I bought a green bottle of sparkling water over there for 70 dinar, if I went to a supermarket, I could get that for at least 50 dinar, or even better yet, I could just get a bottle of water for less than 30 dinar. So always best to keep an eye on things and just, you know, compare prices. Like, just don't settle on one shop to do all of your shopping, I guess. Like, there's Lidl, I don't think there's any Aldi around here. There's all types of supermarkets all over Serbia where, you know, you can buy things at cheaper prices. I mean, I just paid like 300 Serbian dinar for a burger. I could have cooked that same burger at home, but I don't have any of those bloody pans to, you know, cook steaks in. So I'm like, forget about it. I'll just pay top dollar for a pjevenicija. Alright, so I'm just going to end the vlog here today, about 3 o'clock, starting to rain. I'm leaving Serbia tomorrow to go on to the Middle East and Central Asia, so I can't wait to be returning to a part of the world that I've not been back to in years. I haven't gone back to Asia in 4 years, would you believe it? And I've also, not been back to Central Asia in 6 years. I've only got like 3 former Soviet republics left. But before the rain gets to me, I'm just going to say goodbye, take care, Martin the Metalhead, over and out.